Yu-Gi-Oh! An incredibly complex card game with tens of thousands of cards. However, what if each set was separated from the rest of the massive card pool and your choices when building a deck were extremely limited? In this series, in order to learn Yu-Gi-Oh! From the ground up, I will be embarking on an adventure through the history of the card game with Jeexx. In each episode, we will have access to all the cards in a select product, and using only the cards in that product, both of us will build a deck before playing a best of 3 match to determine the winner of the episode. We will move in a chronological order in the series, and with each new episode, we will forget the cards of the past in order to experience something brand new. We hope you enjoyed this adventure through Yu-Gi-Oh! And its evolution with us. Welcome to the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey. What is going on? What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the history Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey. And we are back with Secret Slayers this time. And I'm playing Adamancipator. And I'll be honest, I know like nothing of this archetype going into this. And I was kind of like looking like what did they actually want to do? And I realized at this time, anything that had tuners in it was doing nothing but just like Needlefiber, link cross, BS. So it's honestly pretty exciting getting to go through this era with us obviously having Needlefiber immediately banned. So we can actually do a lot more like, I think, cooler stuff. But regardless, we are playing Adamancipator today and let's break it down. Starting us off, we are talking about the human side of the deck, essentially the tuners. Adamancipator Seeker, starting us off. If you control an Adamancipator monster except Seeker, you can spell summon this card from your hand. And then all of the Adamancipator humans have the same effect. During your main phase, you can excavate top 5 cards of your deck, and if you do, you can special summon one excavated level 4 or lower non-tuner rock monster, and the rest gets placed to the bottom of your deck in any order. And each effect is a hard once per turn. That is also a common between all of these. Then we have Adamancipator Researcher, also a level 2 tuner. If you control a rock monster, except Researcher, you can puzzle this from your hand, and then has the same thing as Seeker. And then finally we have a level 4 tuner, Adamancipator Analyzer. If only your opponent controls a monster, you can puzzle this card from your hand, and then has the usual Adamancipator effect. Analyzer easily the worst out of the bunch, because obviously you don't have one place with it, assuming you're going first, which this deck wants to do. But Seeker and Researcher are incredibly good. As for the other side, which is the Adamancipator Crystals, that are the non-tuners, they're all level 4 rocks. They all have an effect where if they are special summoned by the effect of an Adamancipator card, you get to do something, and then if these are in your grave, you can target their own element synchro monster you control or in your grave, return it to the extra deck to place this on top of your deck. And these are also hard once per turn. As for the special summon Dragite, it lets you draw 1 card. Leonite lets you place an Adamancipator card from your hand or grave to the top of your deck. And for Raptite, you can place a rock monster from your hand or graveyard to the top of the deck. Obviously, Dragite just giving an unconditional draw, really nice. The set also had a bunch of just like generically good rock support, and the rest like we obviously get through legacy support. So what we're doing there is first and foremost we have Doki Doki here. You can discard rock monsters from your deck, 1 rock monster that has the same original attribute and level as the monster in phase of attack or face down defense position. This effect is a hard once per turn. And the nice thing here is that Doki Doki is a level 2 rock, which means that we can even discard a second copy of Doki Doki to get Researcher or Seeker on the board, which is nice. And we can use these also interchangeably with each other, which is super nice. Then we have a Kokimeru Guardian, 3 copies. During each of our end phases, destroy this card unless you send an Iron Cord of Kokimeru from your hand to grave, or reveal 1 rock monster from your hand. Obviously, we're always doing the secondary part, and what it does on the field is it is a monster negate. When a monster effect is activated, you can tribute this card to negate the activation and destroy the monster. Pretty nice. Then we have 2 copies of Gigantes. This is one that I was like contemplating whether I should play at 1 or 2, but I settled on 2. Cannot be normal or set, must be still summoned from your hand by banishing an earth monster in your grave, and if this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the grave, you can blow up all the spell traps on the field. Then we have Sentry Soldier Stone. If all monsters you control are rock type monsters while discarded in your grave, you can spell summon this card. You can only use this effect once per turn. Just free extension from grave. And then we have Block Dragon. Incredibly busted. There's a reason why this card is banned, even though it's rock support and rock is very niche. Cannot be normal summon those set, must be summoned from your hand or grave by banishing 3 monsters from your hand and or graveyard. And rock monster you control cannot be destroyed except by battle. And if this card is sent to a field or the graveyard, you can add up to 3 rock monster from your deck to your hand, whose total levels equal 8. And this effect is a hard once per turn. Obviously, insanely good being able to add both Researcher, Seeker, and any of our Adamancipator crystals, or even something like a Kokimiru Guardian or Doki Doki. Like, Block Dragon is so busted. I don't need you to tell. I don't need to be the one to tell you that. And we're also running Nibiru. The nice thing about Nibiru as one of our 2 hand traps is it's obviously also a rock. So it also helps in a pinch to be able to... Obviously, we don't really like revealing. We set up our turn 1 board and show our opponent, hey, by the way, here's a Nibiru. Go ahead and play your turn. And then, obviously, Jeexx can play around the Nib, but still, like, it has synergy, so I decided to play it as a result. And Nib, obviously, still, like, very good. We're also pretty good into Nib because of Kokimiru Guardian. Then we have Adamancipator Signs, add 3 copies, target a rock monster in your grave, special it in defense position, and then if you special summon an Adamancipator monster by this effect, you can take a level 4 or lower rock monster from your deck and place it on top of your deck. Obviously, the nice thing about like this setup is because everything wants to excavate your top 5 and get something from there, so this means that you can set it up really nicely. A single copy of Adamancipator Lapitite. All rock monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense, and once per turn during your main phase, you can use the Adamancipator effect, where essentially you are taking up to 5 Adamancipator cards from your deck and placing them on top of your deck in any order, which is nice, setting up your future turns and planning stuff ahead. But this is extra nice, as we'll see when we talk about the dedicated boss monster for the Adamancipator archetype. Then we have 2 copies of Adamancipator Relief, tribute any number of Adamancipator monsters, then target cards field equal to the number +1, and destroy them. And important note here, this cannot be 0, so you can't just activate this to pop a card on the field. You need to tribute at least 1, which means that you're always getting at least 2 pops. And then we have 2 for our final card in the main deck, we have triple Infinite Impermanence. Then, as for the side deck, we're running a triple Blake Spreader Zombie. We like level 2 synchros. This is nice. This also lets us set up the top of the deck, so obviously works perfectly with our deck. 2 more copies of Lapitite if in case we really need them, or if Jeexx is running a lot of like spell trap removal and I feel like I want it. Twin Twisters if we need to go second against a back row deck. Adamancipator Relief, the 3rd copy of that, and then 3 copies of Adamancipator Resonance, which is a counter trap when your opponent's monster, when a monster effect is activated when you control an Adamancipator Synchro, negate the activation if you do destroy it. Good effect, but the issue is that already we have a bunch of like monster effect negation in Kokimiru Guardian and stuff, as you'll see when we go through the extra deck. And this requiring a specific synchro monster means that it's bound to break more often than not, so that's why it's only in the side. And then finally, triple Solemn Judgment if we know we're going first, obviously. This is gonna be really nice. As for the extra deck, let me start with the Adamancipator stuff, and this is what I was talking about when I was talking about Lapitite. Adamancipator Risen, Dragite. All of these are completely generic. Reptide and Leonite are both 6s, and Dragite is an 8. And what Dragite does is during your main phase, you can excavate the top 5 cards of your deck, and if you do, you can return cards your opponent controls to the hand up to a number of excavated rock monsters, and then the excavated cards are placed to the bottom of your deck in any order. And then when your opponent activates a spell trap card or effect while of water monsters in your graveyard, Dragite, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy the card, and each effect is a hard once per turn. So obviously Adamancipator Lapitite letting you take 5 means that with Lapitite and Dragite, you can bounce 5 to your opponent's hand, which is obviously super good if we need to break a board or go second. As for the 6s though, we have a Leonite here. Oh yeah, important also that this doesn't get you any of the cards that you excavate, it just uses them as fuel. The effects for the humans were different, the synchros are also different. For Leonite, when you excavate top 5, you can add an excavated Adamancipator card to your hand, and the rest go to the bottom. And what Leonite has as a quick effect during your opponent's turn is if a fire monster is in your graveyard, you can target a rock monster in your grave to special summon it. And as for Reptite, the excavation is you can special summon an excavated monster in defense position and the rest go to the bottom. And during your opponent's turn, if you have a wind, you can target a card in your opponent's graveyard and banish it. This is nice if Jeexx is on some sort of graveyard strategy, obviously. But all of these, I think these are really cool, but given that obviously we have Reptite and Leonite that normally you would most likely go into Dragite, obviously intentions also like these are used, as you can see, like the one riding Dragite is the Analyzer, which is why Analyzer is a 4, but you can obviously use, which is probably more likely to happen, Seeker or Researcher alongside Leonite or Reptite to go into Dragite. And the thing there is that because that's so common to do, we can run a Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon that we obviously get through Block Dragon, because it takes in a 1 tuner and 1+ non-tuner synchro monster, so super easy for us to get another monster negate on board that is also really hard to beat over, if not impossible. We've obviously this plenty of times, I don't need to explain what it does. Same thing here, we have Stardust Dragon, we have Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, just two like iconic 8s, just to have more 8s available to us. But also Dragon there if we need another like beat stick or going second option. Glistering Synchro Dragon obviously is a good beat stick because of just its effects, and Dragite, as I already explained, is really good going second, but still, like, if we need more punching power, if we don't want to. And oh yeah, our Archfiend or RDA can also blow up the board, but if all that fails, like we always had to trust the Bullshot Dragon, we're running a Nightmare Unicorn and Nightmare's Phoenix as well for any shenanigans. And then we have 2 copies of Gallant Granite. If you are like me, you've never seen this card in your life. But the nice thing here is that if we get like multiple Adamancipator crystals that we can't really use, we can use those to go into Granite. It's a rank 4, and you can do this one to activate one of these effects, where 99% of the time we're activating the first one, which is just Rhoda a rock monster from your deck to your hand. And this doesn't even have level limitation, so we can even add something like Block Dragon, which is nice, or spell summon a rock monster from your hand in defense position. Face down defense position. Basically, never gonna do that. We're almost always, like, if we're going for something, we would rather use the first effect, especially because stuff like Research and Seeker can just summon themselves out for free. But yeah, when I looked more into and done a little bit of testing, like, honestly, I think this archetype is a lot cooler than I initially gave it credit for. I think it has like some of that like Light Swarm vibe, which is kind of cool, like just going through your deck in a crazy pace. So hopefully I can do it some justice, and we'll see how the games go. We'll see what Jeexx also bringing. I did say earlier that when we talked about this set with him, like, that this felt like a very him-coded archetype, so maybe there's a mirror, but we will see. Thank you for watching the deck breakdown, though. Hopefully enjoy Jeexx as well, and afterwards I'll see y'all in the dueling zone.
Okay, so we are playing Secret Slayers, and as you can probably see, the deck here says Compact. Originally I had a 60-card version of this deck, but I lost it because I accidentally saved over it. But we are playing Secret Slayers, which is a set that contains some rock support, some zombie support, and some plant support. We obviously recorded this. I'm recording this after we've already played the set. There's a lot of stuff in this set that I think is really pivotal to making a lot of these types be more playable in the near future. Obviously, Eldlich is something that is really frustrating to play against for a lot of people. It's a control deck that is super consistent in what it's supposed to be doing, and it's got a lot of modes to it and can do a bunch of nonsense. It's got access to a lot of really strong rank 10s and a lot of really strong link monsters, and obviously a fairly good bit of also synchro monsters. It can do pretty much anything under the sun. Right, we're running Ash Blossom, we're running Doom King Boulder Rock, which allows during the standby phase to summon it if there's a field card in the field zone. And if a zombie monster activates its effect, you get to negate it or banish one monster at the field or graveyard. Eldlich the Golden Lord. It is a level 10 light zombie monster, 2,500, 2,800 attack and defense respectively. You can send this card and one spell or trap card from your hand to the graveyard and target one card in the field, send it to the graveyard. Then target one card in the field. If this card is in your graveyard, you can send one spell or trap card you control to the graveyard and add this card to your hand. Then you can special summon one zombie monster from your hand. If you do, until the end of the opponent's turn, it gains 1,000 attack and defense, and it cannot be destroyed by card effects. This card is really good. Like, actually really good. I feel like the only thing that's missing from it is a line of text that says, when this card is sent to the graveyard, you get to do something. If that existed on this card would be absolutely fucking insane. But Then we have Glow Bloom, which allows us to banish it from the graveyard, to add a level 5 or higher zombie monster from the deck to the hand, or if a zombie world is on the field, I get to spell summon it instead. I cannot spell summon anything other than zombies. Little Blood, level 6 dark zombie Gemini monster. It's Giga Plant for zombies, and it's got worse stats, so it's just worse overall. Jacko Bolin, I think we talked about this at some point. I think it came up. I think it might have been after games though. You can discard a zombie monster from your hand and special summon it. And as a quick effect during your opponent's main phase, you get to target one zombie in either graveyard and special summon it. Banish it. Banish this card, and then banish it when it leaves the field. Then banish this face-up card until the end phase. Then we have Mizuki, one Mizuki, because I don't think we need multiple in the main deck, most because of the fact that we don't have good ways of sending them to the graveyard outside like Unizombie and maybe Foolish Burial. We have Wartnick World Banshee. Zombie World cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, neither play can target with card effects. Quick effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, field or graveyard, and activate a Zombie World from your hand or deck. Not from the graveyard, though, which is kind of a bummer. Spectral Sword, if this card is in the graveyard, except the trainer was sent there, you can target one non-tuner zombie monster in your graveyard, banish both 8 and this card. And if you use special summon one zombie synchro monster from your extra deck with levels equal to the total levels those two monsters had. I'm still curious about Spectral Sword because, like, obviously there aren't any 12 synchros, I think. Oh, and well, the zombie 12 synchros. But if there was, I'm wondering if it had, like, requirements on it. Could you just circumvent those requirements as long as it was, like, properly summoned, quote-unquote properly summoned? I'll need to look into that at some point, maybe. But, yeah, this card gives us easy access to stuff like Necro Dragon, Samurai Saga, Shogun Saga, Sun Saga, so on. Unizombie, we've seen Unizombie enough times. Fraulein, Vampire Fraulein, has the effect that when a zombie monster battles, you get to spell some of this card for free when your opponent declares an attack. And when a zombie monster battles, you can pay up to once per battle, up to 3,000 life points. And that card gains 3,000. This is as much attack and defense as you use life points. Called by the Grave, Cursed Eldland, you cannot declare attacks except with zombie monsters. You can pay 100 life points and add one Eldlich monster or Golden Land spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. And if this card is sent with a spell or trap card on the graveyard, you can send one Eldlich monster or one Golden Land spell or trap card from your deck to the graveyard. And then we have Elixir of Black Awakening. Special summon a zombie monster from your hand or deck in defense position. But if you control no Eldlich monsters, you can only summon Eldlich monsters. For the rest of the turn, you cannot summon anything other zombies. And during the end, you can banish this card from your graveyard and send in a golden land spell or trap card from your deck. Elixir of White Destiny. Spell summon a zombie from your hand or graveyard. But if you don't have Eldlich, you can only summon Eldlich. And during your main phase, you can banish this card and set a golden land spell or trap card directly from your deck to the field. Then we have Foolish Burial, Zombie World, Conquistador of the Golden Land. Spell summon this card as a normal monster. And this card is also still a trap. It's a level 5, 500 attack, 1.8k defense. Then if you control an Eldlich, the Golden Lord, you can destroy one face-up card on the field, which happens as soon as you summon it. So as long as this card's effect resolves, it will go off. During the end phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, set the Elixir spell or trap card directly from your deck. You can only use one Conquistador of the Golden Land effect per turn, and only once per turn. Eldorado, Adelantado. If you control an Eldlich monster, activate one of these effects. Shuffle 3 of your banished Elixir spells or traps with different names into your deck and destroy all cards on the field. Shuffle 3 of your banished Golden Land spell traps with different names into your deck, and if you do half your opponent's life points, then you gain life points equal to their life points. Equal to their life points. Not equal to the life points that they lost, but like equal to their life points. It's the same thing, but hey-ho. It's a weird way of wording it. Elixir of Scarlet Sanguine. Special summon one zombie monster from your main deck or graveyard, but if you control no Eldlich monsters, you can only summon the Eldlich monsters. For the rest of the turn, cannot summon anything other than zombie monsters. You can banish this card from the graveyard and set one Golden Land spell or trap card directly from your deck. Golden Land forever. When a spell or trap card is activated, while you control an Eldlich monster, tribute one zombie monster and negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. Huaguero of the Golden Land. You can summon this as a trap monster, and then when it hits the board, you can banish one card from the grave, and during the end, you can banish this card from the grave and set an Elixir spell trap card from the deck. Imperm, Galaxy Cyclone for Galaxy, and then we have Ash Blossom, Gozuki, Jack Bolan, Mizuki, Shirinu Solitaire, another Necro, Book of Life, Elixir, Eldorado, Golden Land, and more Judgments. If the games end up going super far and like super grindy, I think there's an argument for playing like Eldorado, Adelantado as like a 2-off or even a 3-off, and same with Golden Land Forever, but I don't feel like they're going to be hitting that kind of like levels of grind game. But yeah. Then we have the Zombie, Necro Dragon, Samurai Saga, Shogun Saga, Sun Saga. I think we've seen all 4 of these. Crimson Knight Vampire Braum, we've definitely seen this one. Revendred Savior. 2 zombie monsters. This card's name becomes a Revendred Slayer while on the field. You can only use each of the following effects of Revendred Savior once per turn. Target one Revendred card in graveyard and add it to your hand. During damage calculation, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can send one zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard. That opponent's monster loses attack equal to the level of the monster sent to the graveyard until the end of this turn. I have to point out, by the way, I think there's a thing that is kind of relevant for certain interactions where this card, for example, negates the activation of an effect rather than the effect. So if I happen to be playing into, for example, a Crystal Wing and I get a Revendred Savior out, I cannot use my attack boost without it getting negated, even if it is during the damage calculation, because you can negate activations of effects with effects that negate activation during the damage step, but you cannot negate effects using effects that negate effects, if that makes any sense. It's very clunky in how I've worded it, but I think I'm trying to convey that I personally think that it's a bit clunky. But yeah, it gains attack. Look, that monster loses attack equal to the level of the monster sent by 200. So essentially, you would be able to reduce the monster's attack by 2,000, which is pretty good. Like, for example, again, with Synchro Dragon, you could, Crystal Wing would lose 2,000 attack and lose the Avenged Slayer. And also, because this is only once per turn, it's kind of as good as Fraulein. If you happen to have both these on field, I think it does actually win out, where you can swing with Avenged Savior, and then, wait, this is damage step. No, they're both during damage calc. So you activate Avenged, and then you activate Fraulein, and then Avenged gains, you can negate the Fraulein, but you can't negate the Avenged, and you can still always swing over Crystal Wing. That would have been cool. That would have been cool if it could happen. Cerberus, Unicorn, Phoenix, Vampire Sucker. If you attribute a zombie monster, you contribute a monster your opponent controls, even though you don't control them. You can throw one monster in your opponent's graveyard, spell summon it to your side of the field. Opponent's side of the field in defense position, but it becomes a zombie monster. If a zombie monster spell summoned from out the graveyard, draw one card. So basically, Zombie World, Vampire Sucker, setup board, tribute stuff from opponent's board, bish, bash, and bush. Then the final card we have is the Super Dimensional Robot Galaxy Destroyer, which requires 3 level 10 monsters, which I do have in my deck that I can fairly easily get out on board at the same time. And I obviously get it from Galaxy Cyclone. It's a goofy little deck. But yeah, good luck with the games.
What is up, guys and gals and ladies and fellas and people of varying something? I had something that I was going for. I think I was gonna say like people of all ages, but then like midway I pivoted. I was like, yeah, that sounds weird. Let me not do that. And then I just didn't come up with anything else. But regardless, hey, and welcome back. We're doing Secret Slayers today, and we have very high stakes because the loser of today gets to pick the deck between, what's this face? Mechanized Madness, I think is the Machina. And I literally don't remember what the name of the Shadow. I
think it's Shadow Showdown.
Shadow Showdown, that's kind of fire. The Shadow Structure deck next to which I don't know if it's been the fact that we've taken like more breaks here and there or what's the case, but I feel like it's been a while since we've had a structure deck episode.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But regardless, I've been threatened with the E-word deck today, which is which was one of the 2 decks that was the reason that I initially quit Master Duel alongside Drytron. So let's see if I can relive my trauma, which would be really awesome and cool and epic and swag.
It'll be fine, I'm sure.
I'm sure it will. Well, as for what I am playing, I decided to try something that I've never tried before, and I will start by normal summoning from my hand Adamancipator Crystal Raptite.
Hell yeah.
And now I control a rock monster, so I would like to special from my hand Adamancipator Researcher, who is very fantasy anime, 12 episodes, 1 season.
Yep.
coded.
Extremely.
Yeah. And basically what all the Adamancipator, I was going to say guys, people do during a main phase, you can excavate top 5 and then special land excavated level 4 or a lower non-rock tuner monster, and the rest go to the bottom. But unfortunately, these don't have a resolve, so I would like to activate Researcher, but I'll just do it by milling if that's cool. So I will excavate the top 5, and I'm pretty sure...
Polymerization Guardian.
Everybody's favorite. Everybody loves Polymerization Guardian, right? I mean, these are Polymerization Guardian and the other two crystals here are pretty good options. I won't lie. Let me see, because Quagmire is the easy option, but it is also the very boring one. And
can always go for the Doki Doki as well.
Yeah, Doki Doki is nice.
This thing is one of the best cards in the game, honestly. Like, if this was in any other type, this would be broken.
Yeah, it is. Stuff like this is really funny. We talked about this obviously before, for where some types that are just so niche and not supported by a lot, it's like you can print some crazy shit, like stuff like Block Dragon was overboard, obviously, but still, like, the shit that you have for rock support, well, just from this, like, saying Quagmire Guardian and Doki Doki, is like, these cards are kind of fucking crazy.
I'm genuinely surprised there is no equivalent for this card in Unions.
That's very...
Because this feels like, oh, you're playing Magnet Warriors? Well, here you go. Play 3 of these, buddy. And it feels like Unions would have got one of these if somebody at Konami had got their way. Because when you look at ABC, it really feels like, I want Kaiba to have the good deck. We will push the Kaiba deck that isn't Blue Eyes. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, so how we're going to do that? Oh, we're going to make the most broken field spell of its time.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Anyways, cool. I think I would like to stick to theme, so I will grab Adamancipator, Crystal, Dragtite. And the rest, I think, are in any order, so it doesn't matter. So I'll just put them like so, like so, like so, and like so. I think I'm going to be shuffling my deck a lot, so I doubt they're thick, but Dragtite is summoned by the effect of an Adamancipator card, so I would like to draw one.
What?
A draw. Mm-hmm. And then what
you know how you can tell that this deck is honest?
Mm-hmm.
You played a card, and you're down a card. Crazy, right?
Oh, we love honest decks.
Like, if we think about the last few episodes that we've had, right? Every deck that we've played has been like, oh yeah, I play a card. Okay, then? Okay, well, nothing really happened, so just get everything back into my hand. We just go again. Oh, cool. Nice. Fun. Awesome. I love that from...
which one do I want to go for? I don't think it really matters. I will use my Reptite, and I will tune it with Researcher, and I would like to summon out Adamancipator Risen, a Reptite. And I would like to go excavating once again.
What does this do?
It is they have the same thingamabob, but now they can summon any rock monsters. But actually, wait, I think they're different, because this one summons, Leonite adds an Adamancipator card to your hand, and Dragtite, which is Dragite, which is the like boss monster, returns cards to the opponent controls to the hand up to the number of excavated rocks.
I see. Okay, go for it.
So
I'm wondering about something right now, because the way that this is worded, right?
Actually, I should have done these in the punish zone, but I think it's fine. Cause
oh,
there is.
Well.
The Block Dragon.
So, Reptite has the wording of excavate the top 5 cards of your deck, right?
Yep.
And then you special summon one of the excavated monsters in defense position. Mm-hmm. Now, excavating implies that you are taking them out of the deck.
Yep.
right? But I'm like 90% sure you can just fucking ash that effect.
I think you can ash excavations.
Because it still counts, like, not excavations, but the summon. Because it excavates. So technically, it's removing it from the deck, and you're summoning it from a separate, like, thing, but the game will still treat it as you're summoning it from the deck.
Oh yeah.
Which is stupid.
Can I actually? I can do. Wait, that's kind of a fun line. I mean, it would be nice to summon Block Dragon, but unfortunately, it has its own condition. But I think I'll go for. Oh yeah, actually yeah, I'll go for Reptide because the first time I normal summoned it, right? Because I normal summoned it to Special Researcher. So yeah, I will do that, and the rest will go to the bottom of my deck. And since it was special by Adamancipator, I can place a rock monster from my hand or grave to the top of my deck. And I think I would like to place well, this doesn't matter because I will be shuffling some stuff, but I would like a Researcher back into my deck, so I will do that. Actually, do I? You know what? I think I'll actually instead put, because I mean this doesn't really matter because of what I'm gonna do, but sure. I'll put instead the Reptide on top of my deck, and then I will activate Adamancipator Signs. I would like to.
Wait, hold up.
Yep.
I'm looking at Tampa Never Sleeps WODs, and I opened this timeline for this thing, and dude, look who's in here.
Is it Oka?
Might be Oka. In the third one.
Yo, let's go.
Yo.
I mean, he posted about like he got 5th in the most recent one, right? I think.
I don't know if it was the most recent one, but yeah, in one of the more recent ones.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, TN has run so many events, so I don't actually remember when something's happened and not. But yeah, I would like to special the only eligible target.
Yep. Go for it.
Which obviously doesn't really do much here, but yeah. And I can take a...
Then you place one.
Yeah, I can place something, but I'll be... you can take and place it. I'll be honest. Well, I mean,
Does it matter?
In case something happens, I guess I'll go for this. But
And you get to draw it next turn, possibly. So.
Well,
I mean,
if my plays go through, I will be shuffling my deck. But yeah, I'll go for... I don't freaking know. I'll go for this guy. I think it's easiest to do this. I'll throw Seeker on top.
Ain't that the guy from Netland?
Ain't that there feller? I think it is.
That fella from the Natland requests where he got that Naruto dragon, huh?
I think so. I would like to overlay my Reptide and Dragotite for a Gallant Granite, which I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've ever seen this shit in my life. And I would like to detach the Reptide to add a rock monster from my deck to my hand.
You know how you can tell that this card is like this rock type is fucking dog?
Yeah.
Because this thing exists for other types and it's banned.
Yeah, I mean, King of the Feral Imps is fucking banned, and Reptiles
fucking is banned.
Yeah. But yeah.
It's Saber Invoker. Well, that comes from the deck, but that's a rank 3. That's harder to get.
It's true.
It's 2 level 3 Earths too.
And yeah, this is why this thing, if this is okay, I would like to add a rock monster.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna be honest, I'm holding an Imperm in my hand, but I don't give a fuck what you're doing on your turn because I'm dealing with you on my turn.
I guess that's very fair. Very much fair.
I don't deal with you on my turn, I'm just kind of fucked anyway.
I will
I don't think this imperm is gonna let me beat you
Seeker.
up.
I don't think one
No.
imperm does a lot here, yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to special to my
Having that
hand.
imperm for next turn.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll add Seeker and I'll summon Seeker. And I would like to activate Seeker to activate top 5. And this time I'll be actually smart. I'll throw these in Banish. And
But like a good example of why I think the imperm is gonna be better on my turn is because you have Reptile on field, right? And Reptile obviously has the effect of, you can banish a card from a graveyard, and this thing is like the biggest silver bullet that you could possibly have against a deck that plays around the graveyard. I'm playing a zombie deck into a card that has the ability to shoot cards from a graveyard at will.
Yeah.
So I need a way of saying like, no, that doesn't work now. Either in response to you doing it or preemptively doing it.
And you know what? We can actually do some ethical hoops with Kokimeru Guardian.
Okay, we doing hoops of the ethical variety.
I'm pretty sure these are generic, right? They are perfect. We can. So the smart play here would be to just sit on Kokimeru Guardian, but that would be ethical hoops. Also, let me also throw these back to the bottom of my deck. I'll be honest, the playstyle of this deck is kind of cool. I think this is actually a pretty neat deck.
And, you know what the funny thing is?
Yeah.
This deck plays like Gold Paladin in Vanguard.
That's cool.
You just take cards from the top of your deck, and they happen to fit the thing, and you play them for free.
Nice.
It's super nice, super cool.
I'll use Seeker with my Kokimeru Guardian, and I will make a Leonite.
You know, this is like Sacred Beast mixed with Gusto in terms of the aesthetic.
Kinda, yeah.
Because like the playstyle is Gusto-esque in the sense that they're synchro monsters, and then obviously Gusto monsters and Ritual Beasts both ride their like partners. Yeah. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
The aesthetic is for the bosses is kind of neat. And this was add a card to your hand. And it only has Adamancipators. Science is not a once per turn. Interesting.
Probably because, it's a rock archetype, so naturally it
Very fair. What will I have here? I'll have Seeker here, which I've already used. I'll have Riptide though, which I can, I guess, do stuff with. You know what? I'll add Signs to hand. Fuck it.
Time to summon that Kokimeru Guardian using the Adamancipator Signs, which allows you to summon rock monsters.
It is true.
Adamancipator monsters.
I did not expect to get this. It's like, now the question is, can I do cooler stuff if I don't do that? I think I'm kind of exhausted in my...
Wait, but don't you have access to another 6? Or is that thing higher level?
Is it 7? The thing is 8. I can make it with one of these things, but there's also, as you saw from Block Dragon, there's also something else here, and I'ma be so dead ass. Their boss is kinda when your opponent already has something established. Me personally, I think I would rather make a good synchro monster. So I'll just use these to make Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, who at this point I'm sure everybody's tired of seeing. And
this is one of the most toxic cards that they have printed in the game for like a multitude of reasons. And the only reason why it's allowed to be legal anymore is because it's a tuner and a synchro monster.
Yeah, there's also one card that because it's so generically accessible for us, I wouldn't mind at this point if we got rid of this card, because it kind of
I think it's still like it's still fair in the sense that you have to play a synchro deck if you want to sell.
Yeah, that's fair. It's like,
and it's like it's the kind of thing where like Borreload and Borreload Savage Dragon, right? They're just cards that you can kind of slot in, and you never really run into struggles with like getting them to actually hit the board.
Yeah.
Whereas with this thing, it's like, okay, so I need to at least summon 3 monsters to summon this.
That is
and then
true.
This is the 4th monster that you're summoning, so odds are that I just like get to Nibiu before you do that.
Yeah, and it's like, you know what? I'll be honest. I did 0 testing with this deck, but this end board has overexceeded any of my expectations. That's gonna be it in the end phase. This is really funny because Kokimaru obviously blows itself up unless you show a rock or reveal the Iron Core Kokimaru. So it's gonna be really funny that having obviously quite a bit of interaction on my board, but also being like, hey, by the way, this final card in my hand, hey, I do have a Nibiru, so you have fun. To be fair,
that's fine.
Yeah, I mean
that's good for me.
I mean, and to be fair, like Eldlich, also I don't think Nibiru does a lot against Eldlich.
Alrighty then, chat room. So we are going to be starting off by summoning out a Jack Bolan by discarding this motherfucker and summoning this fucker because it is a summoning condition. It's little blood.
Some context. Jeexx literally was telling me I'm about to take this fucking ill blood out from my deck. I've done three test hands, and every single time it's been there. And lo and behold, we are here, and he's in the opening fucking hand.
And it's fucking insane that it's happened this many times now.
It is kind of crazy. Dude, Jack Bolan is such a cool card. Yeah, that's cool though.
I would like to activate Cursed Eldland.
Oh, here we fucking go. So this was one of the, you had an Eldlich monster or Golden Land spell trap, and then if it enters a spell trap, you can send an Eldlich. Or when dude, I was so lost in I was so lost initially when I was playing Master Duel, obviously because I didn't really know Yu-Gi-Oh that well, but brother,
no.
Dude, do I just I don't love this, but I'm gonna be honest, I think I'll activate, because this didn't have a condition. No, it's just during your opponent's end. I do have a wind in my grave. I'll use Riptide to banish Ill Blood, and I'll also chain
my little blood.
I'll chain Adamancipator Relief, attributing my Riptide to pop both of your cards on the board.
Both of my cards? Wait, what the?
So I would like to
+1.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not gonna bother there.
That's very fair.
In fact, I'm not gonna bother siding either. We can just go game 2.
Yeah. Literally the only thing that I'm changing is this into. I don't think this really matters, but.
Also, if I draw into Little Blood, now, I'm straight up just gonna say that I was griefed. I'm distraught. I'm destroyed. I have been fucked over. I activate Zombie World in my main phase, and then I set 1 and I pass.
I would like to start my turn. Please draw something, because this is one of the hands of all time. Dude. Well, I mean, we are not going to be playing the video game, but...
yeah, neither are... Well, you're not playing the video game because your graveyard doesn't have any rocks in it anymore.
Yep, and...
which is...
Well, Twin Twisters by discarding Twin Twisters. Pop both.
Okay, response.
Go for it.
I summon out a... Wait, do I summon this guy? This guy doesn't do anything when it's summoned. Yeah, I activate Elixir of White Destiny. Which, by the way, that's a name.
Interesting.
Don't worry about it.
No wonder you wanted to play this deck.
Don't worry about it. Then I would like to special summon from my hand a Jack Bolan.
Mr. Bolan is here.
Wait, sorry. If I don't control any Eldlich monsters, I can only summon Eldlich monsters. So I do have to, in fact, summon the Golden Lord himself.
This very heterosexual.
He is the straightest zombie.
It is true. But yeah, anything else
Around.
there, or does zombie world explode?
No.
No, unfortunately, that is all I can do.
I see.
I drew twin twisters, and a bunch of bullshit.
Normal summon Unizombie.
Oh, brother.
Middle one for Unizombie to reduce its level, increase its level. I can't choose, right? And if you do increase that target, I can increase either of theirs. That would be nice, but that doesn't actually.
You're good.
Here. I'm good. Okay. I would like to send to the graveyard a card from my deck, and that card in this case will be this is the part that I was kind of trying to get to. I was trying to get Unizombie out because I had him in my hand, right? I was trying to get him out so that I could, without normal summoning, so that I could dump Mizuki into the grave, so that I could special summon Little Blood and normal summon Little Blood for the Gemini effect.
Holy, wait, that's
I was thinking like
gas.
that would have been kind of cool, but things happen. Things happened, buddy. Well, there's not that many cards that I can actually use here. And I'm gonna be honest, if you end up having a third Twin Twister in your hand, it'll be funny. Which is very likely to actually have happened here. So, I sent Mizuki to the graveyard. I discard.
Low key, the play is I set my third twin twisters. I activate my twin twisters, discarding my twin twisters, and I target one of your cards and my own twin twisters.
You don't need to target 2 cards. You can target up to 1.
Yeah, but that's like the way where I use 3 twin twisters in 1 turn. Mr. Bolin.
Mr. Bolin. But yeah, Vampire Fraulein to the graveyard for Bolin special summon. Banish Mizuki to summon Fraulein. I don't know how to speak fucking this made up ass language, brother. There's a problem here, obviously, right? Where actually, no. There is no problem actually, because I increased the level of Eldlich, the Golden Lord. Yeah, that would make sense. Unizombie is a 3. That guy is a 3. How much is this? 3, 9, 10. Hell yeah.
Baseline, right? So yeah, 10 is baseline. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was excited, like, is it a 9 or a 10? But yeah.
Yeah. What level is this? Is this an 8 too? Yeah, it is. I keep thinking this is a 7.
Oh, which one?
Bunch of zombie monster, the Shogun Saga. I'm looking at Sun Saga and Shogun Saga.
Oh yeah.
Wait, does this have to come out in defense, by the way? No, I keep thinking this has to come out in defense for some reason. Yeah, I should probably summon this in attack, just to be safe. Let me see. Let me. This card gains attack equal to that banished monster's regional attack. Well, I don't think I can kill you here no matter what I do. Any number of zombies and crow monsters. Well, this kind of blows. I'm gonna be honest. This requires me to be fighting a monster. Yes. Right? 1.5, 2.8, 5.3. I get rid of this and replace with that, I get another 3k, so that's about 7,000.
You have 59 on board currently, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
If the Fraulein can't be an attack, I special summon it this turn.
Oh yeah, true.
I'm just like counting if...
Yeah, I mean, turning Fraulein and Unizombie into...
yeah, I think I can... I make these into an 8. I special summon Shogun Saga effect. I banish a zombie from my graveyard and make that into a 4.3, and then put these into attack and then go for 1.5.
I'll before you do that, because I literally need to do this, because otherwise I'm dead. When you summon Shogun Saga, I need to imperm it, because otherwise I am literally dead.
Yeah, it's a cost, so it banishes itself. Yeah.
So yeah, I am still taking 7,000, but I'm at least alive.
Yes, you are. And the important thing here is obviously Shogun Saga gets me back either Unizombie or Mizuki, and then Jack Bolin obviously gets me Fraulein back, and it banishes itself, so it protects itself. And Fraulein in combat makes this board kind of nuts to deal with.
Yeah, I mean,
And this is like it's insane that this control deck can output any damage.
yeah, I mean,
Because
Eldlich
when I
is
think of
pretty
like
good, and yeah,
yeah,
I have a nothing unfortunately that I can do. So
oh
let me
man,
once again do one more change because I wanna
this time I'm
decide.
actually playing with a little blood because little blood is getting on my fucking nerves, brother.
He
Swap
had his
card.
moments.
He had
I
his
think I'll do
time to
this
shine.
because I know I'm going first, and
Yeah, that's kind of why
this.
what I'm changing my deck around right now, where I'm like, okay, I'm going first, so I need to be sure that I actually have like
Yeah.
ways of interacting with you here.
This is
In phase
normally like I just threw
one,
in here as a like a going second card, but against your deck, it's actually really good.
mm-hmm. Um, Trunk from the graveyard. That would be pretty good, but yeah, just put that in, put that in. That should be fine.
All right.
I think Jack Bolan is also really scary going first because of the fact that zombies obviously get to play their shit for kind of free, and then you go from there,
Yep.
right?
Well, I think I would like to start by activating Adamancipator Lapitite.
Alright.
And
Rock monsters game.
then I would like to use its effect to take up to 5 Adamancipator cards and place them on top of my deck in any order.
That's so weird. It's like the weirdest fucking effect.
Hey, it's, it guarantees that you can, you
Can
can
you
hit with
resolve
the
it, or
stuff.
do you need to actually do it?
Oh, sorry?
Can you just resolve it, or do you actually need to do it yourself?
I need to literally do it, which is, but they need to be Adamancipator cards anyway, so I'm gonna be revealing them regardless. So let me get here let's get on. I mean, this doesn't matter because I know what I want, but once again, in case stuff gets negated, it's nice to have. I'll throw in Analyzer, I'll throw in Rapidite, I'll throw in Dragite, I'll throw in Leonite, and I will throw in Seeker. And I'll put these on the top of my deck. There we go. Then I will normal summon Mirror Guardian. I would like to special summon, since I control a rock monster, Adamancipator Researcher. And then I will mill top 5. We know what it is, so to make stuff easier for both of us, I don't care about that. Actually, wait, I still need to put them to the bottom, so I guess I'll throw them here.
Oh.
And then I will special this one. I'll throw the rest to the bottom. Like so. I will draw one. Interesting. Then I will... I think... I'll go for this first. I don't really need the space. I'll special Seeker, since I control an Adamancipator. And once again, let's go top 5. And we do get an Adamancipator, but it is a tuner. So this was only for... I can go for a second Mirror Guardian, or I can go for Doki Doki. Doki Doki lets me do... this, but I don't think I need to. Sure, I'll go for a second Guardian. Then I will throw these to the bottom of my deck. Like so. Then I will use these two to go into... I'll go Rapid Height, I think. I would like to use Rapid Height. And since I now have actually stuff in my grave, I'll instead throw them here. And this was Excavated Rock. I've already used Dragite, but it is a 4. Sure, we'll go actually. Yeah, these are done. I'll go for Dragites. I will not get the draw, obviously, because as I said, I've already done that. And then we'll use Researcher and Dragite. I'll go into Leonite, and I would like to do one more. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this was add to hand, and we do hit a Signs. The question is, what does that really do to me right now? This gives me, because at this point, obviously, I do have stuff for Nibiru. There's a world where I just take relief. But what can I do if I go for this? I can do... it's cooler. We'll actually get to see him. I think that's cooler. I'll take Signs to hand. And we'll throw these to the bottom. If you're a gamer at this point, like you know the order of most of my deck, I will say I have not kept track. But if you have, kudos. I'll activate Signs. I'll use Signs to revive back my Researcher. And then I'll place in my deck.
I guess in theory you should always be placing like the card that you want to get in the first one.
Yep.
Like in the first check when you start hitting the like actual cards that you've checked.
You want that to be in the first 5, and then the next one you want to be in the next 6. So you would always place like on the second check, you would place 1 as the third instead of the first one.
Yeah.
So that would guaranteed be
There's
in the second check.
There's a lot to consider. Also, I think I'll just summon this in defense because obviously it doesn't really matter. And
you want to summon those Quagmire Guardians in defense too for me, Billy?
No, I think I'm good. The real power move is using...
This is like one of the best examples of how they fucked up a design. Where like this card is a defense monstrosity, right?
Yeah, it's like
called a Guardian. It has an effect to negate shit. What? And it's got 1.9k attack. What do you mean?
It's like... It is certainly very interesting.
Oh, see, it's because you can normal summon it this way and won't get run over. Well, that's the point. It should be run overable. Motherfuckers.
Yep. It is certainly a design choice. And this thing isn't live, so honestly... Wait, what? I mean, this has never come up, so I didn't realize, but that's really fucking funny. Well, I mean... Oh yeah, never mind. I was about to say, but yeah, this Seeker can only be special once per turn. I was about to say that nothing in a Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon is a once per turn. So I was gonna be like, well, this Reptile doesn't do anything, so might as well summon a second Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, which I didn't realize could do. But obviously, I can only summon the Seeker once per turn. So I can't do that, but it would have been a really fucking funny to end on 2 Synchro Dragons and 2 Corkimere Guardians. It's just like, alright, yeah, here's 4 monster
And
negates.
then I pull fucking Lightning Storm and it's over.
Yeah, it's like nothing doesn't matter. It's just no monster effects, everything else is cool though. And yeah,
no monster effects except.
anyway, Riptide
everything
is
else
not
is
live since it needs a wind monster in my grave. But
Oh, really?
all my rocks are 500 attack and defense, bigger than what they seem on board, because Lapchat. Actually, I can do this too. Make it
Alrighty then, chat room. Are you ready for some bullshit?
It's time.
We're gonna start off by thinking.
Big thunk.
Play the Jeopardy music. Dee 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 dee. I'm gonna activate Infinite Impermanence, targeting this motherfucker.
Seems pretty good. I'll just do this to mark that he is in fact negated.
The reason for this is very simple, and if you are an astute observer of the video game, you might realize that this motherfucker doesn't let me fight it.
Yeah.
You might notice that it just says, "Oh yeah, your opponent can't fight you at all." You're trying.
If you have a level 4
with a fucking monster against my guy that negates monsters, nah.
if you have a level 4 that is 3,000 or more, then you can fight it.
You know how you can fight it? You summon fucking Utopia the Lightning and you beat this motherfucker over the head.
That's also the thing. Any Xyz also works, obviously.
Yeah,
So,
except it needs to be like a summonable Xyz without using monsters.
Yeah, who doesn't care about the
It's like, bro, this thing fucking blows.
This is final boss of Sandbox Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
Like if you're playing in the sand pit, you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! If somebody pulls up this shit, like just fucking wrap it up. Like, mom, put the Sarion in the fucking microwave. Like, I'm done.
We would like to summon out a cursed Eldland. We would like to activate cursed Eldland, and we would like to then activate the effect of cursed Eldland. As it is face up on the
free to do so.
I pay 800 life points, and I would like to search my deck for a golden land spell or trap card or an Eldlich monster.
Yes,
now
sir.
that's an important distinction here. That is an Eldlich monster or a golden land card.
Yep.
I have cards that have Eldlixir in their name, but neither of those two in their name.
Isn't there a card that's like Eldlixir of the Golden Land or something?
I don't think it's out yet, but
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, I was gonna say,
probably.
like, I think that's like more modern support, but there's one where they're
So-
like, fuck it, just give it everything. Stuff like
I
that.
have a card called Eldlixir of White Destiny and another card called Eldlixir of Black Awakening, and you know,
Thank God that I hate this archetype. Because I do not support any of these. It doesn't help that Mr. Golden Gay Boy over here is not an ethical ruler.
he's most definitely not very ethical. In fact, I would probably argue that he is not much of a ruler either. But I am realizing that there might be difficulties in this because of the fact that I cannot send shit to the grave. Well, I guess we'll just gotta try. I would like to add to my hand a motherfucking conquistador of the Golden Land. Then,
What did it say? Actually, I can look at
yeah. Yep. I would like to think. Taistelu, jaska. I can use this to dump this.
Oh, it's this one. Pretty good one.
It's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one. I mean, technically, you can just do that. You can just do it twice, which would be funny.
Oh, Conquistador is both a trap and a monster when it summon
Yes.
itself. That's kind of
So
fun.
you can. The effect itself is a trap effect. So when it resolves, it is still considered a trap rather
Yeah.
than a monster when it's happening.
But like, 'cause some I think are not considered traps, but then some are like
Yes.
trap monsters.
Pelio specifically, for example, are not considered to be traps when they
Mm-hmm.
are. Yeah. Uh. Well, I might be running into an early grave here. But I would like to activate. Oh, sorry. I would like to normal summon a Unizombie.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to target Unizombie and activate its effect to send a monster from my from my deck to the graveyard. Sorry, a zombie monster.
No, I've been playing a zombie, so this just feel like the most obvious bait on the planet. But at the same time, I am playing against a zombie deck, and do I want to let them foolish after, at the very least, they have committed their normal summon? And I think the answer is a no. So
Definite no.
I think
would
one of
say.
my Quagmire Guardians is gonna say Squadala and say no to
Squadala.
Unizombie.
Unizombie is gonzo. He is dead.
Honestly, in
if
this
you,
situation, I would love if Quagmire Guardian was balanced in a little bit of that way where it doesn't destroy the monster. Because if I could negate Unizombie and not have it in, that would be nice. Although, actually, is this a cost? So even if it's negated, can you activate the second part?
No.
It is all in effect. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That's
in that
what I
case,
was
like,
thinking
okay,
about it, because it was like if the first effect was a cost to discard, I would use it instead
Oh,
of the
yeah.
send. But because I'm trying to make sure that if you actually negate it, it doesn't like if you don't negate the first one, I get to send something from my deck to the graveyard, which immediately guarantees that I have plays.
Yeah.
Whereas if the first effect gets through, I might end up in a worse position.
Yeah.
But yeah. Now you only have one monster negate, which, as you might know, means that you have less monster negates than just prior to this moment.
That is true. That is how mathematics works. One is less
Correct.
than two.
And then I would like to discard from my hand a golden land forever, and
Forever.
the straightest man in existence, to target one card on the field and send it to the graveyard. I would like to send this motherfucker to the graveyard.
That is a monster effect. So instead, actually, I will negate the activation
Nani?
and destroy Eldlich, the Golden Lord.
Okay. That's wait. Oh yeah. I was really confused for a moment. Like, wait, where's the fucking semicolon in here? But yeah, it's after the target one card on the field. Yeah. Well, luckily, my motherfucker piece of shit bastard is in the graveyard, so I get to activate his second effect, where I get to send a card from my field to the graveyard to special summon my piece of shit motherfucking bastard asshole.
Who
in
also
attack
gets
position.
another thing and gives something.
Yeah, who
Boosts.
also gains like big attack and big defense, and then also
The
cursed
worst
Elblind happens.
The worst part about this is the oh, does he get the at this card if you do
I get to
it
add him to my
gains.
hand,
Oh yeah,
and then I summon the card until the end of your turn. This card can't be destroyed by card effects and gains 1,000 attack. I'm just skipping the step where I add him into my hand, essentially.
Wait, which one is adding to your hand?
Eldlich himself adds a zombie monster from adds himself to the hand, and then special summons a zombie monster from the hand, and then I'm just skipping the step where I add it to my hand.
The one thing,
it's pointless.
The one thing that is fucked up about this is like I remember a lot of the times you end up in a situation where your opponent just has two Eldlich the Golden Lords that are just big fuck you monsters that you can't really deal with, which is
swinging over scary. This guy is kinda ass. I'm not gonna pretend otherwise.
Yeah, there's a reason why I quit the fucking game.
Send an Eldlich or Golden Land card to spell or trap card from the deck to the graveyard. Is this okay?
That is fine.
I would like to send, double checking, it's Eldlich monster or Golden Land spell or trap card. Got it.
Yeah, I think it's the same. Yeah, it's the same.
I would like to send a Conquistador of the Golden Land to the graveyard. Now, here is A little lesson in trickery. This is going down in history. If you wanna be a supervillain #1.
I think it just says villain.
Oh, is it?
I
think it's
if you wanna
supervillain
be the
#1.
villain number one. You know what?
You know, play that shit.
It's time.
Play my theme song. In this episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning Journey, Jeexx is actually the villain. Who would have thunk? Let me see. I'm thinking. I activated this. I can't use it right now, so I'm just gonna go into combat, and I would like to.
If you wanna be a villain #1.
Oh, I've lost. I think I'm just gonna swing over you.
That seems like a pretty good idea.
Just because of the fact that doing this kind of guarantees that I don't get monster negated first thing next turn. In the turn, in the end phase, I would like to activate the effect of Conquistador of the Golden Land to banish it and set in Elixir spell or trap card directly from the deck. Which you probably don't have any way of negating this, I would assume.
Good.
So
at this point, if I had stuff, I would have used the stuff.
I would like to set an Elixir of Scarlet Sanguine. This is the card, essentially.
No Eldlich monster, you know, special for the rest. Gotcha.
Like, this sets up everything for the turn after this.
Yep.
Alrighty then.
Draw a standby main.
Yes.
Well,
How a turtle.
Let's start by a special summoning Adamancipator Researcher.
Okay.
And I would like to use its effect.
That is... This guy probably isn't coming back, but I still need to just like get rid of him later. So I'm just gonna hold off on doing shit, hold off on doing things.
Mm-hmm.
This motherfucking Quacky Mirror Guardian, brother. What do you mean? What do you mean this guy's just showing up in every fucking...
I mean, I am playing 3 of it, and at this point, I have gone through my deck.
Half of your deck,
so,
yeah. It's crazy, though, because it feels like, motherfucking, can this guy disappear? Little Blood decided that he was going to show up in every hand, and this guy's decided, I'm going to show up every time. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5. And that's... Yeah, this is the... I've gone through... This is the 7th time I've excavated 5 from the top of my deck, so yeah. Anywho, Cognitive Guardian doesn't really do much here. I think I'd much rather get... I'll get Leonite.
Wow.
I'll put these two the bottom.
Dude,
Analyzer has not to do anything. And I will set an Adamancipator card to the top of my deck.
I have to point out, by the way, in case you haven't like read Conquistador's effect is really fucked up. Because if if I activate it in the middle of a chain, even if you pop it, I still get to destroy a card on the field. Because it resolves on the summon. So in case it comes up.
Yeah. I think... do I want to set you? I think I'll just set... Dragite. Then I will special summon the secret that we obviously knew about, and I would like to excavate top 5.
Yeah. Go for it.
And I will grab the Dragite. And draw one.
Okay.
Then so what was it? Elixir of the what the fuck was the thing?
Scarlet Sanguine and the rest you don't know.
Yeah, I don't know the rest. I'm just can essentially say I know Eldlich, Scarlet, Sanguine. This was yes, and blah 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 blah. Vanish. Okay. Roger. It's only during my opponent's turn, so it doesn't really do much, honestly. Sure. The chance of you not having anything for this, I think, are very low, but is it better to go for this? And I think the answer is a yes, because if nothing else, at least it's cool.
Let's go.
Let me use this question mark. Yeah. I'll use my Rapidite and Seeker and actually, yeah. And we will summon out Adamancipator, Risen, Dragite. It's finally hit the field.
When active spell or trap card while water monster is in the graveyard, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy. Okay.
Yep. The summon cool?
Yep.
Alright, then I would like to use the effect of Adamancipator Laputite to take up to 5 Adamancipator cards from my deck and place them on top of my deck in any order.
Yeah.
And we'll just put... I'll put these two...
Wait, Lapitite?
The field spell. I have not used it this time.
Oh, right. I was like, wait, where is this fucking... I'm not finding this. Where is it?
Yeah. But, let's go... I'll put them here, just to make this easier. Sure, this. Let's go for Leonite. I'll go Rapidite as well, and I'll go... Seeker. And then, because this doesn't summon anything and everything goes to the bottom, I would, after that, like to use, I'll just skip a step, I would like to use Dragite to excavate the top 5, which is obviously going to be the 5 cards on my spell and trap zone currently, and then they will go to the bottom. But I would like to attempt to bounce everything you have back to the
Everything that I have.
yeah, since it is 5 rocks.
Back to my hand?
Yeah. So you can return cards up to the number controlled to the hand up to the number of excavated rocks.
I would like to activate the effect of Eldlich of Scarlet Sanguine.
Yep. I think this gives you literally anything, and you can banish this card. You can only use one though. I don't know what the others are though, which is the scary thing. There's a chance that you just have another one as well, but still, like, any zombie is... If this gets you can send this spell to... I don't know what is in there, so I'll bite. Do I? You know what? Because you can't use this for the rest of the turn. If you want to use the rest, you'll have to activate them in this chain as well, because otherwise they're gone. I hate everything. I will negate this one. Okay. I'll use Dragite to negate Scarlet Sanguine.
Response? Conquistador of the Golden Land.
Yep.
Is this okay?
That is fine.
Okay.
And I guess I'll throw these already.
Chain resolves.
This, This.
Summon Conquistador.
This
Comes out in defense, and then I pop a card on the field.
Yep.
I
What
pop
would you
the
like to
Drag Eye.
cover? All right.
Yeah. Then this thing comes into my. Then this gets negated,
Yep.
and the rest gets bounced back to my.
I think
hand.
it's target. You can return cards. Oh yeah, I didn't even need to
You
target.
get the bounce 5. Yeah.
Yeah, it's. Well, how big is Conquistador? The field. It's 500 attack, 1800 defense. Okay.
Yeah, but it's gone because of it being the card that was targeted by the, or like you can actually choose to not bounce it if you want.
Oh, I think I'll still
right.
bounce it. It was essentially like if it's something super tiny, then you think, but
Yeah.
I
And
think
then you can just make Bortle Sword Dragon and go.
So you have Conk, you have Eldlich,
Golden
and then a
Lord.
card that I do not know.
Correct.
Now,
And then next turn I get access to any golden land card from my deck using
Yep.
Sanguine.
Now the thing here is the. I don't think there's any world. What's the most amount of damage that I can get is essentially what I'm trying to get to.
It's time to re-summon motherfucking Crystal.
I mean, I'll always start by overlaying these two for a Gallant Granite.
Mhm.
And I'll detach and I'll add to hand. Is that okay?
You know everything that I have in hand. You don't. need
Oh,
to-
I don't know the
Oh, well, you know that it
other
was a
trap.
card that was set, so it's
Yeah.
not Ash Boss.
I
But I
mean,
guess it could be.
It could be imperm, which obviously.
If it was
is
Imperm, I
easier.
would have immediately activated on the Drag Eye. Or like I would have activated that on Drag Eye instead of Conquistador.
Yeah, but it's still like.
'Cause then it's like
still,
then I get to keep everything in my hand or
still
board.
like to make sure.
Mhm.
Okay, 7,200. I currently have.
If you get me to, if you deal more than 64,000 damage, sorry, 6.4 thousand damage, you can prevent me from using Golden Land.
Yeah, it's mostly just like. If I go for. This thing.
Oh, sorry, no, it's Cursed Eld Land, not Golden Land.
Because I have. I can't get you, right? I can't go for. Actually, wait. I think I might be able to kill you, right? Sorry, I need to do some calculations. Because I haven't normal yet. I have. You know what? I'm gonna be super lazy and I'll use a fucking calculator for this. I have 2,800 here. I have from this one, and I have from this one. Oh yeah, wait, you're Giga dead, assuming I get this. So yeah, I was mostly just.
It's not
playing
worth
stuff,
waiting
but
for,
yeah.
so
Yeah,
just
I
go
mean,
for it.
because I would just
If-
add Block Dragon, summon Block Dragon, and then
Oh,
use
right,
it
I
for
forgot.
Link summons, and then I can special. I can get Seeker, I can get Gigantes, and I can get. It doesn't matter, but I'll get Doki Doki, and because I
I
haven't
think
normal
rocks
summoned yet.
are absolutely abhorrent in the way that they've supported them, the same way that zombies are. But rocks, instead of getting control pieces, have been getting combo pieces.
Yeah, I mean to
I
be
think
fair,
it's kind of sickening.
at least Block Dragon is banned, but like Pokemon Guardian is very.
Yeah, like
different.
I think that's kind of whatever in modern Yu-Gi-Oh, because like, oh, you get one negate, oh, that's cool, buddy. But it's like when you think about how rocks gets to just have cards like Doki Doki at 3, and then you think about how the card itself has like no negatives to it. It just this card of the rock monster is a positive for rocks because they want to be in the graveyard. It's like Jack Bolan and Doki Doki are the same card, but Jack Bolan feels like it has a downside because you can only use the second effect on your opponent's turn.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's interesting the way that they've chosen to support rocks, specifically because there's a lot more types in the game, like Aqua and Reptile. I could definitely use some support like this. I think Tear are Aqua, but Tear don't play Aqua. They play Tear right?
Yep.
They play Water, and that's it. Whereas Aqua still is like the least supported type in the game, essentially. Obviously, they got some more support recently with stuff like the Penguin stuff. The Penguin stuff is actually really good support for them. But it just feels like, and obviously frogs are Aqua, and that's probably why they can't support Aqua, because they're afraid of frogs. But hey, there's a solution for this, guys. Just ban all of them. Oh, Swap Frog is causing problems? Just ban Swap Frog. Oh, you can't print good cards because you printed Venom Rain back in 2005 for reptiles? Just ban Venom Rain and print the good shit. Stuff like this is, I think is interesting in terms of type balance in the game. Because I think Rock, Zombie, and Reptile are really good examples of how they've given a type really strong support without making it like really good. How they've given a type really frustrating support and have made it like arguably one of the best types in the game. Actually, inarguably, because they have one of the best floodgates in the game in the world from the zombie world. And then how they haven't supported a type at all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty much it. But yeah, apart from the degenerate shit, I'll be honest, I was surprised with how fun the actual like Adamancipator stuff is, and even like assets, because obviously Block Dragon was already like, it was in the set, like all the like good rock support was basically already in the set, so I didn't even have to really dip into the legacy support. But even without the legacy support, which don't get me wrong, adds so much of the consistency, and obviously as we could see here, the punching power of the deck, it's still the like, even with its own like single standing shell, I think this archetype is actually pretty cool. And like, well, I think the bosses are the boss monsters are pretty neat. The other like design of them I don't feel super strongly about, but like conceptually, obviously it being essentially like geologist, like digging up these essentially monster eggs that then hatch and then they write those things, and as you it too with like stuff like Gusto is kind of neat.
Wait, do they only actually get the single wave of support?
I wouldn't be surprised.
One card they get later called Friends. And it excavates the top card of your deck equal to the number of rocks plus 5, and add to your hand a rock from there that has a level equal to or lower than the number of cards. And this card is kind of...
You cut off?
You're stuck on rocks for the rest of the turn. This card is kind of whatever.
Yep.
I mean, I guess it's generic rock support.
It is true.
So you can excavate 10 cards, and you want to summon out that Doki Doki from the middle of your deck for free? Go for it, buddy. Go for it. Get your play starter. Go for it, man.
Yippee. But yeah.
Don't have any support after this. Like, legitimately, I think could, because it has a lot of that stuff that Ritual Beasts have going on.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of tagging out into like degenerate combo nonsense, they're making a couple of really big monsters, and then I think it's a cool playstyle. Yeah. This is the kind of deck that I would definitely play.
And I think the like fun note on it is like, I think for this like specifically, this is another deck that like, obviously I was doing all the rock degenerate stuff, but if we didn't immediately shoot Needlefiber, all of these main guys, they're all tuners. So like this, at the time, obviously when this came out, nothing that I was doing here, none of that probably mattered, because you would just be doing Needlefiber, link cross slop when these came out, because both of those were obviously still unbanned.
It's kind of insane to think that by banning Needlefiber, we've made every subsequent set up until like 2022 infinitely more interesting.
Yeah, and we're going to be playing so much different than what they were doing at the time, which is kind of cool.
Because we were talking about this I think it was yesterday actually. Then if I could, I would run Needlefiber in the Machina deck. Because it's just a free Needlefiber. Okay, I'll just run anything in here. Okay. Time to make fucking nonsense. Time to make Aurora Dom. Time to make everything good again.
Yep. But that's a good segue. Would you like to play Machina or would you like to play Shadal?
I think both of the decks are ass. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like either of them, so I'm gonna go with Machina.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna play Machina as well. I think the Shadal itself is like it's a little more boring. I think the.
If you wanna play Machina, you can play Machina. Go for it.
Oh, I mean, if I
don't-
got to pick, like, I would prefer that. I also think I played Shadow already in the past, but it's like I said, like if you, it's your pick. If you want to play Machina,
I'm playing Shadows. My 60 card Shadow with 3 of everything except for my fucking dog shit.
okay. Well, if nothing else, at least like your Shadow is gonna be a lot more interesting. I'll be honest, my Shadow, it was just like give me all the fusion shit and the couple deaths that I did. My starting board every single time was like a 1 or 2 cards set, monster set, and Winda up on the board.
Yeah, I have, they can just swing over window with the Machina deck. So
Yeah, I mean it's not like hard to do. It's mostly just like I just couldn't come up with anything interesting. But yeah. But yeah, we're gonna record that right after this because by the time you're gonna be seeing the next episode, Jeexx will not be here. But so that's why we're double recording this time, and also that's why you won't be seeing Pokemon for a little bit. So if you're looking forward to that, sorry about that. It'll be back when Jeexx is back. We're gonna go record the next episode right after this one. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time for the Starter Deck Structure Deck episode. Peace.